Right. Hello, everybody. Or rather, hello, everybody who actually happens to watch this in whenever it goes back on. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You've heard me try and do an intro for this sort of thing before. So today, honestly, doing the epitome of too little, too late here from me. Just fills the screen, just checking. And yeah, I'm going to be taking a look at OpCrux because, as those of you who have seen my previous video will know, OpCrux has gone public in terms of having a publicly hosted server, but with a view to being shut down probably within a month or so. So yeah, with that said, I'm just gonna hop in. So previous times I've played OpCrux, there have been some slightly strange things going on. Okay, so this character was a character I created beforehand to actually test how much of this worked, what sort of things I'd have to think about. Hello, Rayman. No, that's the wrong password for this server. Okay, that's one annoying thing, just saying, having like a different password for each server but the same username. That gets me repeatedly. Which means if you really do want to steal my password, that's how you do it. I shouldn't have said that because genuinely, like, that will work on me, and someone might try and do that. So okay, I'm only playing the servers of people I really know won't steal my password, or don't record passwords, more importantly, or like don't record password attempts. But also don't record passwords. Anyway, I am getting completely distracted. Let's go. Yeah, so yeah, last time I played, well, that just wasn't the accounts, but okay, we're going with this guy then. No idea. So yeah, the last time I played this, there were some interesting bugs, and when I say interesting, there was a bug that no one before had ever seen, which was. Okay, yeah, so you can see I've already played a little bit through on this character because this would have been back during a previous video I tried to, when I tried to do this, but yeah. Okay, this is its previous character. You can tell because I've got the imagination, but it's reset mission progress. That's all fine. Rayman, I'd recommend taking a look at the help set. There's a help section on play.opcrux.org. Of course, that doesn't drop anything because this is OpCrux and they don't do drops before you collect the Skylane mission. Or, okay, they'll do. I'm pretty certain they. Oh, I take that back. Okay, they just don't do imagination drops and the other ones are lag. I will run back and get that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be giving this a go. Gonna be doing some commenting on it because I mean, let's face it, that is literally just what I do with everything in the community. This channel is literally just, hey, Ninja's gonna comment on some stuff. Yeah. I feel like that gives you more speed hitting it slightly an edge there, but anyway. I could possibly work out the maths because I'm pretty certain I know the maths underlying like slope speed jumps, but I really can't be bothered right now. The question is how components your velocity work out. If imagination just is dropping, but like you have this is what happens when it just adds. When it adds 6 to your imagination, but you've already got that mission. Okay. Yeah, if they are dropping, but you couldn't pick them up, then you just need to do. That's the same for everyone. You need to do /set_imag 6, or in my case, I'm going to do 12 because the old, as having this be an old character, has bugged me and got 12 imagination, which I'm not going to complain about. Yeah, so this is one fun thing I've noticed. Just a slight interesting thing with OpCrux. Quick builds, you get released from quick building them before the animation is finished. Don't know what's up with that, but it's a thing. So... Oh, we got a Robert. I'm not going to punch the Robert by accident this time, because I've done that before, and that crashes the server. Or at least it used to. Maybe it doesn't anymore. I'm not 100% certain to what extent ground pounding works. When I tried this earlier, I had some, like, vaguely unreproducible results with ground pounding, like, not working. But that may just be, like, sometimes the crates just appear not to work. I'm wondering if that's the way loot tables have been implemented. I don't know. But it definitely seems like the crate destruction is registered, because if the server hadn't registered the crate destruction, it wouldn't take this long for them to respawn, because you can see they're still despawned, and with the standard, like, not registered thing, that wouldn't have happened. Okay, so I'm going to go for 100%ing Venture Explorer. I think maybe I won't bother with the with all of the crate missions, because you can see that's a little bit unreliable, and that could take ages and just be quite boring. But I'll go for the other stuff. So in particular, going for all the binoculars and plaques. But yeah, so the plan is, for the moment, just to go through this. Just to see what's up, because I've done small parts of OpCrux in the past, but like, I've not ever played it from the perspective of it being like a complete thing to go through. In parts, that was literally just because bugs. So I mentioned earlier there was this one really strange bug that I came across midway through testing that I don't think any other server has actually seen, which is where Smashables, despite the game, like... Wait, speaking of... That's interesting, those aren't shiny. Why aren't they shiny? Maybe that's related to stuff not dropping from them, I'm not certain. But yeah, there was a very interesting bug where Smashables, and like this is the only server I've seen it on. That's interesting. It's not... Okay, so the no drops are not related to those not being shiny. I don't know what them not being shiny tells me. I mean, what it primarily tells me is that I won't be going through and doing all of the picking up crate parts missions, because I just went through, did 4 crates up top there and didn't get the part from those, and I can't be bothered to go through it too much, but we'll get a sense of what things are and aren't possible in OpCrux. But yes, the fun bug was that it just wouldn't let me attack Smashables, and this is really weird, because they would spawn and the game would recognize them as Smashables, but you just wouldn't be allowed to attack them, which is really weird, because that's all client-sided. And what it turned out is something to do with the way OpCrux was sending requests was basically making the client be very, very unhappy. And it just basically gave up handling stuff like that, which was a very fun bug. It's not a bug I've seen anywhere before. Okay, so it looks and feels at the moment... So these plaques, once you've read them, should stop going shiny, and the binoculars have stopped going shiny once you've interacted with them, which is interesting, and makes me think that, well, the plaques haven't been implemented, but binoculars have, in terms of mission progress, but I don't know. Those could be 2 entirely disconnected things, so I'm just going to go down, take a look, and yeah, there we are. Observer's registered, story hasn't. Let's just complete Observer. So for those who don't know, in every world there are Observer and Story missions. The Observer missions are to look through all the binoculars, and the Story missions are to read all the plaques. And I have now read all but one of the plaques, but that hasn't been counting up. So, yeah, it's a small thing. My opinion, looking at OpCrux, like from what I've already done, this from what I've already done and from what I know is implemented, even... Ooh, this is interesting. Where... Oh, this is funny. This is actually a bug I have not seen before. Okay, I've seen bugs very, very similar to this. Okay, so what's just happened is I have just been teleported beneath the Venture Explorer. The interesting thing is where I think I've been teleported. I might be wrong. But no, let's see. So, yeah, Bob's over here. You're walking down here from Bob. And let's just see. I'm pretty certain. Like, this is a whole curved thing that doesn't go too far. We are... I'm interested in the fact that you can see these guys. Maybe they're just here in case people fell to their deaths. But yeah, we are currently beneath... We currently got teleported beneath the area where the rocket building is, which is a new one I haven't seen before. So I'm going to hope I can smash myself. And hope it lets me respawn successfully. Not in the same place. That's good. Okay. Okay, so what happens... so the reason I found that one so interesting is because being teleported when you go and interact with something to build a rocket is a bug that has occurred previously on both LCDRU and Uchu. And in fact, I spent quite a while trying to like work out some of the conditions that like made it occur on both of those. And in both of those, it's heavily related to the TCP UDP mod LCDR created, and well, in fact, that's been fixed now. But it was a bug related to that. So let's put that into place. And yeah, I quite often accidentally start running OpCrux with the TCP UDP mod installed, and that's problematic because the TCP UDP mod isn't compatible for OpCrux. OpCrux doesn't have that. And so when I got teleported underneath there, that was very confusing. The reason why you get teleported underneath and why sometimes weird teleportation stuff can actually happen is because the client, well no, the server, when you interact with that rocket pad, it sends a request to teleport you to where you are standing. Which seems like a bit of a weird request. Arguably it is, but it wants to guarantee the player is exactly where the server thinks it is, and wants to guarantee that it's inside that kind of circular build area. And so what it does is it teleports you to it. And that's probably a fair thing to do because you would have people like me trying to glitch things like that out. So fair enough. I can see why you would want to be quite careful about that. Yeah. So let's... I don't remember actually where the spot you're meant to try and run to is. It's been a little while since I've done this, and I don't really know why I'm doing this given... Oh, hello, the spot was there. And then I think you just run across to here. Oh, I was joking, yeah, because I didn't think there would be any Triceratops, but okay, there are. I just couldn't see them from down there, and so kind of assumed they haven't been spawned in. Which I don't know why I assumed, because, like, I'm pretty certain they are spawned in just as easily as like most other objects in the game. Getting them to work, getting pets to work is a lot harder, but getting them to spawn in is quite easy. Well, when I say quite easy, comparatively, like it's something I would expect given that Simon has all of the other items spawning in. I'm still not saying it's actually easy in and of itself. I'm really interested in the fact that like the things are sometimes shiny, sometimes not, but they can always be attacked. I don't know if that could actually just be my graphics settings, I don't know. But yes, so just going to be a case of let's go through. So in terms of feel, at the moment this feels like, and from what I've played through already, it feels a bit like a slightly buggier LCDRU. Possibly, I don't remember when LCDRU first came out if the enemies attacked. All I know is they don't here. I know initially, I'm pretty certain it was initially when we got to Avant Gardens in DLU for the very first time. The enemies didn't attack, but quite shortly after, their testing phase came where they did. But I could be misremembering, because that's been a long time, and it's not something that really comes up that often, because Lake DLU is so much farther on now. Like, random bits of information about the old testing phases aren't really as useful to keep in my head at the moment. But yeah, let's smash some things. You'll notice rather a preponderance of mech quick builds lying around. I'm going to leave some lying around here, because, well, I'm going to need to quick build them for a mission later on anyway, and I can smash them beforehand. So might as well 2 birds with 1 stone. If there is a mech in my way, I just smash it. And that will leave me a quick build for later on. I don't really need to be concerned about any power-ups, etc. You'll notice I'm not going to bother even looking at them pretty much, because nothing can attack me at the moment. Oh, I will bother with Maelstrom Bricks though, because that's a mission later on, and given that the enemies are a bit slow, that might actually take a little while, so I really should bother to pick up Maelstrom Bricks. Worst case scenario, I could just /GM add item, but I'm gonna try and keep this as vanilla as possible. There will be times when that is not possible, but I want to do it as insofar as it is. I also noticed that the Stromlings are slightly walking places, which is quite interesting. They're not playing the walking animation, and they won't walk towards the player or anything like that. So I don't know exactly what and or why. Okay. I kind of hoped it was just going to walk right through there. I mean, I should have known it won't walk through, because things are teleported on top of... When you move things like that, they are teleported on top of the terrain. So I guess what Simon's done is he's just made these guys, whenever they spawn, walk a short distance, as we just saw that mech over there doing. I'm assuming that's what it is, and that's why things aren't all dropping in exactly the same place, and why your turrets aren't all in the same positions. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. So the plan for today is probably I'm gonna go through all of the kind of base worlds, and then I'm gonna start as much of the linear quest chain as it is possible to do, and then I'm gonna go and push it a little bit further. I'm gonna start looking at other things. I'm gonna see stuff like Forbidden Valley. I'll be interested to see how much that's implemented. Stuff like Gnarled Forest, just places that I'm pretty certain Simon has never actively worked on. Just giving a look at those, just to see, given all the amount of work Simon's done, what stuff was already working that's just would never really be accessible to the majority of players. Because I have perms. In fairness, I think everyone gets perms on this, because I don't think the perms give you that much powerful. I'm not totally certain how it works. Okay, so one bug I did notice earlier is I have to take these all individually in order to guarantee I get that mission. If I take multiple of them at once, that won't contribute towards the mission. I'm also going to do the standard grab of the Sentinel Shield. You'll notice it lets me buy it, despite me apparently not having enough money. And Quixicles do not get removed from your inventory when used. So I'll be buying 1 Quixicle, and we'll be using that indefinitely throughout the rest of this playthrough. It's just... I'm willing to bet this doesn't work, but always worth taking a look. Yeah. Oh, I was confused for a second as to why I was Ninja Value rather than it's another Ninja Value, but I forgot I just joined with the wrong character. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and this is why it was useful to drop all of those quick builds earlier, because they don't despawn on OpCrux. So we can just go, and I mistimed that awfully. Also, note, I'm not doing a hardcore LU challenge, so Spear Gang for life. And yeah, also note... Oh, hello, it did the animation, that's fun. yeah, also note the fact that watch, I'm going to start moving while the build animation is still playing, but until the build animation is finished playing, I can't build the next one. I don't know what that means. It's not something I've seen on a server before. It's not something I've ever particularly looked at, but it's interesting to note, I guess, is the main point. I know, a lot of what I see when looking at server emulators is just, hey, this thing's interesting to note. The main thing that I see interesting to note here is that I can just drop as many of these as I like. Many of these turrets as like I want, which is fun. Okay, that wasn't what I... Whoa, that was fun. Just got a little bit of bouncing back and forth there. Back, and this is where we start breaking out. That's not something I've ever seen on any server before. My character doesn't look like he knows what to make of it. Head up the hill behind me. Is this how much of a hill? I don't know. Maybe it is. It looks pretty flat to me, but... I mean, this is definitely flat. Whether or not it's horizontal... Oh, sorry, it's definitely like... Yeah, it's definitely flat. Whether or not it's horizontally flat, I'm not certain, but... Okay, I'm going to try and re-equip this, but it seems like it's not going to want to. I wonder... I seem to remember I have looked at stuff like this in the past. I have looked at swapping items in and out very quickly. But I wonder what does happen if I start... I wonder if, like, you can attack... Well, I wonder if you can use this to reset your attacks, use things changing. It doesn't look like you can. Because that final thing still goes until the end, but... I wonder if that's potential room for a bug later on. Because, yep, this is 90% of what I spend my time doing, just looking for bugs. So this definitely worked earlier. If there is lag, we'll see if this is server lag, we'll see what this is. If not, okay, there we are. Seems to be server. Note, unlike, this is something we've actually got over DLU here, which is that when you click ready to play, it actually does go ready to play, and we are not responding. Okay, so this white screen's reasonably interesting. Yes, I am literally just about to filibuster discussing a white screen whilst I wait and hope this actually loads. Didn't know. Let's just quickly get this back up. Yes. The music card. I mean, it's not like you haven't heard it before, but still. I nearly said my password out loud there. I mean, fortunately, this password isn't the same one as I have for anything else. Simon automatically generated it for me. But, yeah, so the reason I say the white screen is interesting is because it replaces the... It's something that I've seen on, I want to say, another server as well. But it's something that actively replaces the loading screen under certain conditions. And I don't know why. Okay, it seems I'm having issues travelling to Vanguard and Survival. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to the OpCrux website. And it says, I'm not totally certain how this is going to work given this account predates the account system on OpCrux. But I'm going to click I am a human. It's going to ask me to click all images containing a boat. I possibly could be streaming this, but also, like, it would take time. You want me to do more boats? Okay, that is also a boat. That is an aeroplane. That's a big boat. There we are. Fix permission / get out of Vanguard and Survival. And because I've never logged in any way, I don't know. Is it just going for my IP? I'm not... I have no idea. I've just through the capture. And I mean, we'll see if anything's changed. I kind of hope it hasn't. But I don't know. Maybe it has. I'm not totally certain how it works. Okay, I'm selecting images of bicycles. One of them was Trixie, because it just gave me fixed permissions, get out of Vanguard and Survival. Is that going to do something? Can't totally tell. I'm going to attempt to log in, and it just pops me back out to this page. Oh, but I'm... Okay, so it must have done it by IP or something like that. Because I'm not logged in there, I don't think. Maybe I've logged in at some point and haven't realized. On one hand, you could be like, oh, invasion of privacy. But on the other hand, that just made my life easy and I didn't have to, like log in with a particular account. Or maybe it's just I've logged in the past and I've entirely forgotten about it. All of those are entirely possible, but we are back in. And let's see, I bet we've not completed the Vanguard and Survival mission, so I'm presuming I have to try that again. Is there a /complete? Let me check the website. Let me check my help page, the website. You are meant to be able to get past this. I don't exactly know how it works. So what is OpCrux? Where can I download the clients? How can I join? I'm stuck in Vanguard and Survival. Okay, exit out. I'm sure worst case scenario, I can just ping Simon and ask him for help, because genuinely Simon has been so supportive of all things me streaming OpCrux in the past. And okay, I mean, we'll see if this works. I have no reason to believe it should, and I don't know why I went for leaderboards, because obviously that wasn't going to happen. Assumption being that it probably won't. Although, interesting that we don't get the white screen this time, but that's not moving around. It looks like we've got a crash again, in which case, rather than teleporting to it as an instance, we'll see what happens. Oh, I forgot the fact that everything slows down on my laptop when I am trying to... Okay, good. Auth hasn't crashed. Let's send Simon a message. Make sure to complete the survival. Okay, no, that's still crashed. It's interesting. It got up to it's gone to 3 different points before it's crashed. Now, but okay, so again, going to go to the OpCrux website. Going to go to the help section. Going to tell it I'm human again. Again, I'm doing a bicycle. Nice. In this eventuality, I could be saved. Okay. Hey, Sayop. Good to see you. I'm just going to hop around on other worlds. Okay, yeah, again, we are out of Vanguard and Survival. That's brilliant. And I just got that message sent to Simon. That moment I'm streaming during Vaisky's literature class. More importantly, that moment when you were messaging me on a stream during your literature class. I am heavily disappointed, Vaisky. Okay, let's just try a Slack. I know lots of servers don't have those implemented, but it was worth a try. So it seems... So the interesting thing was I managed to get past a Vanguard and Survival earlier. But unfortunately, I deleted that character to make room for the one I'm currently playing on. No worries there. Good to have someone say hi. Okay, so for now... maybe I'm bad. I've done that jump so many times. So I remember when that used to be such a hard jump that I could barely get, and I was like a stand it. No worries. See you around, Vaisky. Okay, so we've got no damage being done here. That's fair enough. Moving platforms, working. Moving platforms, check. And it's not dragging me around after I've left. Is it? What just happened there? Anyway, something felt very strange. Okay, do we have this? Okay, it's laggy, but yes we do. Yes, we very much do. Not getting mission-specific drops until I have picked up that mission. I don't know. Oh, well, I was just about to go to another one of those to test if the physics volume actually was working. I think we just saw that. Yes, it is working. Shoved me away nicely, which gives me lots of hope for Forbidden Valley. Like taking a look at that, that'll be good fun. Just going on. If this moving platform works, I'm going to be consider me very impressed. I mean, until recently, DLU didn't have. I mean, it's not that that one worked beautifully, but until recently, DLU did not have those moving platforms. What am I doing currently? Because the full quest, because I'm currently blocked in terms of quest chain progress by the survival mission, which I'm pretty certain I haven't mucked up. Like I know the survival mission is literally the most common thing people ask about, but I'm pretty certain, like, I've done everything and it's literally crashing on world. Okay, okay. So the platforms have got issues waiting. Okay, yeah. Shout out to OpCrux for that. Honestly, my impressions at the moment of OpCrux are that of a slightly more buggy, just released LCDRU. LCDRU, I don't think had gone through many rewrites. This is like, this has been done like within a year or so. I don't actually know how many rewrites LCDRU have gone through, but the fact that there's this much working, I'm actually quite impressed with. Like, bear in mind, DLU, lots of people working on it. LCDRU, there we are. Imagination brick, got a point for that. And we'll be able to collect all the heart flags as well. That'll be fun. But yeah, so I think this is given that Simon has done this on his own and in such a short period of time, like, I think this is stand out for that point. Like, has properly, actively been developing OpCrux. Oh no, the lag thing is happening again. Oh no. I mean, there's not too much I can do about lag at the moment, I don't think. Normally my end I get an error message or a warning message when there is lag, but I'm not currently getting one, so I'm afraid I'm not certain what's going on here. Well, this, I have to get rid of the Spider Queen. I feel reasonably secure in saying I probably won't be getting rid of the Spider Queen. I may well complete that mission, but it won't be because I've gotten rid of the Spider Queen. It will be because that mission's been auto-completed. Unless Simon really has put one out of the bag and has... the thing where it's cutting in and out. So normally when it's doing that, it comes up on my side. Okay, it will come up telling me that I'm dropping frames. Let's just see the performance window. Okay. Wait a second, can I... Okay, I am... Oh no. Oh no. Why is my internet going that slowly? Okay, getting... My internet's randomly dropped. I'm trying to say this when I can see, because I can see what my bit rate is of the internet, and it's randomly, so now it should be fine. I'm assuming you'll be able to hear this reasonably well, but randomly it... I'm going to just try closing stuff like Chrome. Chrome and Edge. I mean, they shouldn't activate... Okay, so now I'm watching this. Like, I can see it going down. My internet has been being really strange recently, but maybe I'll just have to call this. Because if my internet's going to keep going down, I cannot reliably talk. It won't be fun for you guys to watch. I don't know why. It is, like, randomly... Like... I could relaunch the stream, but, like, that would mostly be useful if I need to change stream settings. This is a problem I've been having with my internet quite a bit recently. So reloading the stream probably won't do anything, because it won't change my internet when there are issues. Because they're now... So at least that now should be visible. Be a shout. It would mean the stream dropping out for a second, but that may well be a good idea. Okay, seems to be back up. I just built a spider thingy. Yeah, I'd have liked to get to an hour-long stream, but if we're going to be having these issues, maybe I need to test things, see what's going on with my router, see what's going on with internet, etc. And I should have gotten all the heart flags now. Should I not have? That's kind of what I've been going for. Okay. Yeah, this is annoying. Is it understandable at the moment? Because what I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm taking a look. But yeah, I don't know how well that's working. I don't know. Okay, see ya. Yeah, okay, so if this... well, people will be pleased to know that the exact number of frames I've dropped at the moment is 6666. Okay, not quite the devil's number, but still. People may enjoy that. Especially the Paradox with the Paradox viewers, because we know they're all edgelords. And ladies. And edge non-binaries. Anyway, yes. For now, I think I'll stop. Maybe what I'll try and do is I'll try and come back to this like across a few days. I'm literally just watching my internet take a... Okay, this is actually kind of weird. Like, it seems to be... Stuff seems to be going vaguely periodically. I'm not certain what's going on. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it for now. To everyone who's been watching, thank you very much. I hope this has been...